Hi everyone, welcome back to Anshul's Way. What if I told you that there's a smarter way to take breaks? One that actually helps you build better habits while relaxing at the same time. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Anshul. I made 2 videos about the purpose of this channel and why I started it in the first place, so if you want to know the full details why, check those videos out in the description below. And definitely hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet so you can be part of my journey. I used to think that taking breaks from time to time was actually helping with productivity. Whenever I get burned out or overwhelmed, I just tell myself, all right, I need a break, or I need to go on vacation, or I need a self-care day or a self-care weekend. And for a little while, it worked. But what ended up happening was I just get burned out again and again, and I would just be repeating the cycle. And then one day I thought, instead of just taking periods of breaks or self-reflection days, why don't I just do those things that I do on those self-reflection days as part of my normal daily routine? And that changed everything, because it made me realize that I was actually getting burned out because I knew a self-care day or a vacation was coming. Like, instead of a mental health day to, take a bubble bath or drink a healthy smoothie or go to a sauna, why don't I just cultivate my ideal day so I can do these things every day? And what ends up happening is you're pretty much living your self-care day or break every single day. So every day kind of feels like a vacation. And the truth is, we're not designed to keep hitting pause and reset every few weeks and every few months. Imagine if instead of taking a break from your life, you built a life that doesn't require escaping from. See, in plain English, what this basically means is instead of taking care of myself later, you start adding those stress relieving things into what you already do. You don't need a vacation to slow down. You can slow down when you're like drinking your coffee in the morning or going on a walk. Oh, and don't get me wrong, I'm not against vacations, by the way. Life is short, you only live once. If you want to go on vacation, take a vacation. Like, this is not an anti-vacation video. Like, if you want to go to Fiji, you can go to Fiji, if it's even real. But that's another story for another day. You don't need like a whole week off or like a day to reflect on your life. You can just maybe wake up 30 minutes before you normally do and sit in the stillness of your thoughts and just talk yourself through like everything you need to reflect on in silence. Or you can schedule a walk later in the day and you can reflect then. There's no like one trick formula to like do this, cater it to you. You just gotta find ways to weave in the things you wanna do into the time you already have. When I started doing this, my whole energy shifted. Every day felt like the weekend or a self-care day because I stopped looking forward for a day to take a break and reset. I just lived the break. Like me, for example, I write short stories just about literally anything just to kind of like relieve any tension in the day or something. So instead of doing this on the weekends, which is what I would normally do, I found time during the week right after work where I can just sit for 5 minutes and write whatever comes to my mind. Like, it could be literally about anything, like the frog who went to Walmart or something like that. Like I literally just made that up on the spot. I'll just write 5 minutes about whatever comes to my mind. That made me realize that I don't have to wait for the weekend to do this. I can literally just do this every day. So when you incorporate these positive habits every day instead of just reserving it for special self-care days, you look forward to each day, not just some day in the distant future. And you want to know something underrated about doing this? You actually stop stressing. People call me a legit psychopath when I tell them I never get stressed. But look, it's because I have systems like this set up. Like, every day is a self-care day. So like, how can I stress if every day is a self-care day? You know what I mean? Like, just ask yourself, right? Like, if every day was your self-care day catered to you, would you ever get stressed? No. See, your brain loves consistency more than those intense bursts, and then you crash and then need a break and need a reset. And when you're consistent, your body will tell you that you don't need a reset button anymore. Because the truth is, life is like a runaway train. You can't control how fast or how slow it's gonna go, but you can control and make sure it always stays on track. Okay, wait, no. I think that sounded better in my head. Look, just realize that you are in control of yourself and you don't need to wait for the weekend. And if there's one thing you can take from this video, just ask yourself, what's something I do on self-care days that I can do every single day, and see how that works in your day. And give this video a like if you liked any part of it. Always remember, when the world says you can't? Ask yourself,